Welcome. I am Collins Trott, Child Development Faculty on the Wallace Community College Dothan campus. In this episode, we are going to be learning about families in the classroom. One traditional way families have been involved in their children's education has been as volunteers in the classroom. The parent cooperative preschools that began in the first decades of the 20th century believe that including parents in classrooms educated them and also extended the learning experiences available to their children. Certainly, bringing families into the classroom does this and gives families the opportunities to understand the program through first-hand observation. But in many cases, parent participation in classrooms has deteriorated into assignments of unattractive tasks rather than seen as yet another method for developing communication and working partnerships. There are many roles parents can play within the preschool and elementary school classroom, from observer to assistant. This episode examines these roles and considers ways teachers can make parents' participation enjoyable and productive for everyone, including their children. Planning, preparation of all participants, and positive attitudes will help teachers draw families into the educational process of their children. So join me, Miss Trott, as we learn all about families in the classroom. There is no question that bringing families into the classroom adds responsibilities for teachers as they cope with various aspects of behavior and reactions of children and visitors. Teachers often object to having parents in the classroom for professional and personal reasons. Involving parents in a classroom for any reason demands extra time and efforts from a teacher because there are plans to make and fit into the routine. The best use of parent time and skills must be determined, and children and parents must be prepared for their roles in the unusual event. Teachers often have professional reservations about parents functioning in a classroom. Teachers may be convinced that parents who do not have a teacher's education will behave inappropriately with children, especially their own child. Teachers may be concerned that parents will behave unprofessionally in other ways as well, such as discussing children with others outside the classroom or making inappropriate remarks to other children. Another teacher concern results from their knowledge of young children's interactions when adjusting to change in routine and feel the experience is too disruptive to be beneficial. Teachers may also have personal qualms about parents being on hand to observe their actions for an extended period of time. It is true that there are potential problems when parents are involved in a classroom. However, there certainly are great benefits for parents, children, and teachers, and these advantages make it worth the effort. Parents gain first-hand experience of the school and of their child's reactions in the classroom, as well as feelings of satisfaction for making a contribution. Children feel special when their parents are involved, feel secure with the tangible evidence of parents and teachers cooperating, realizing values their parents place on education, and gain directly as parental understanding and skills increase. And teachers gain resources to extend learning opportunities, observe parent-child interactions, and feel supported as parents participate and empathize with them. There are many different ways to involve parents in early childhood classrooms. Before establishing any plan to bring parents into the classroom, teachers need to gather information about the families to discover which family members can be involved, interests and experiences that can be shared, and time resources. So how do teachers get parents into a classroom? At first, casual, unstructured visits are often best because parents feel no pressure to perform a role and no demands are placed on their time. If allowable to get comfortable in a classroom, they will enjoy interacting with the children, other parents, and teachers. Designating one morning or afternoon every week or so as open for visiting creates a welcoming atmosphere. Parents are encouraged to spend an extra few minutes while dropping off or picking up their children to join in or observe in some activities. Parents enjoy coming to school to briefly participate in their children's work. Such a regular occurrence demystifies for children the idea of having parents in a classroom and allows parents to stay occasionally as their schedule permits. The clear message of just sharing an ordinary day is relaxing as well as reassuring to parents that the classroom is always open for their viewing. Most schools for young children have a special way of celebrating children's birthdays. Inviting parents to be present for the celebration can make it even more special. This may mean having the celebration at a time suited to a parent's schedule. Most parents enjoy an event that centers on their child. Some teachers include a family of the week component into their classroom plans. Specific personal invitations made to an individual family may include siblings and other family members. When each family is invited in turn, most will make a special effort to come as their child is honored. Not only is this a useful way to draw parents into a classroom, but it is also a concrete model of demonstrating multicultural diversity and the uniqueness of all families. Sometimes these are also paired with the birthday. Families can be invited for lunch in their child's classroom or cafeteria. Most schools do not require much advance notice to set an extra place for lunch. This offers another chance for a social visit and a very special treat for the child. Parents get an opportunity to see firsthand how teachers help develop appropriate table behavior and self-help skills and conversational skills, as well as encouraging tasting a variety of foods. Whether it is for a family tea party, early morning coffee, or a picnic lunch, most families try to respond to invitations made to a whole group. In planning to include all families with sensitivity to potential barriers that would prevent or limit attendance at particular events, teachers should consider what they know about the children and the families in their classroom. Teachers should consider family structures, family cultures, and family lifestyles. When teachers become sensitive to the reasons many families may not be able to participate easily or comfortably in a typical classroom involvement activity, they may change traditional ways of trying to involve families in classrooms, such as having muffins for moms and donuts for dads, because not all children have the moms or dads in their home. Walking report cards provide opportunities for family members to walk with a child through a series of classroom centers and activities. Adults can observe the child's performance in the various activities. Some teachers add the walking report card to portfolio assessments and regular parent-teacher conferences as additional methods of sharing information with families. Many teachers are establishing regular family involvement events to help showcase children's work and accomplishments. Drop in and read and see our success days are some of these ideas. When teachers schedule such events for several days at different times, families are more likely to be able to participate when children are involved in inviting their families. Many parents will make an effort to please their children. Parents who are comfortable in a classroom may accept an invitation to spend a short period observing. Observation periods are most productive when parents and children are prepared for their roles. Parents and teachers should be aware that children may act differently in the presence of parents. Many parents feel uncertain about their roles as an observer and may feel more secure when given verbal and written guidelines for helpful classroom behaviors and points for observation. Parents often find their own ways of becoming involved in a classroom life when allowed to take the initiative. Many volunteer opportunities can be suggested to parents to stimulate family thinking about the variety of contributions they can make. As teachers get to know the families they work with, they become aware of parents' wealth of experience that can be used to deepen children's understandings of the world around them. Parents should be invited into the classroom experiences to involve and include them. Parents are resources in a variety of ways. Parents' competence, creativity, and knowledge should be respected so they will be involved in tasks that are worth doing and from which they can gain a sense of accomplishment and make real contributions, not just cleaning up and sorting books. Many parents' jobs are interesting to children when demonstrated along with the tools of the trade. Visitors may be a dental hygienist with a giant set of teeth and a toothbrush, a truck driver with a truck, a hairstylist, or a carpenter with tools. Even parents who have more ordinary jobs sometimes work in places that make wonderful field trips, like a skyscraper or a farm. Parents with particular interests and hobbies may offer fascinating substance to a curriculum. A violin player, an avid camper with backpack and pup tent, a gardener, a cook, a dancer, a cyclist, or an artist all have enthusiasm and skills to share with the children. Multicultural experiences are promoted within good early childhood classrooms. Children need to learn, respect, and value for the unique differences among people. Families may help a teacher offer firsthand experiences for children in exploring customs, foods, or celebrations of a variety of culture or religious traditions. More important, inviting families to share aspects of their lives and cultures lets teachers demonstrate respect for the diverse family backgrounds in a classroom. Knowing the makeup of each family will help teachers find resources beyond the parents. A retired grandmother who enjoys reading stories to children, a teenage brother who can help with throwing balls on the playground, and other family members can provide additional experiences. If parents are coming to help out on field trips, they should be given specific duties. Teachers will give parents a list of the children they are expected to keep track of and should make sure the children wear name tags and know whose parent they are with. All safety rules must be clearly established so parents understand necessary practices. Parents should understand the goals for the field trip and all guidelines for children's behavior before setting out. Information is the key to parent comfort and helpfulness, as well as a productive and safe field trip. One resource provided by many parents is time. A parent coming into the classroom is helpful when an extra pair of hands is needed. Walks or field trips, classroom parties, or more complicated projects become possible when teachers can count on additional assistance from parents. Sometimes parents are more comfortable offering to share time instead of demonstrating talents. It is also important that parents' time not be wasted. Teachers need to have materials ready for them to use and be efficient in explaining classrooms routines and activities so parents do not feel they are just waiting for something to happen. Sometimes parents would rather use at-home time to support classroom activities. Parents can launder and mend dress-up clothes and toys or prepare simple classroom games. Families who are unavailable to come into the classroom may still provide resources in the form of materials to be used in the classroom activities. Scraps and throwaways from home or work, and recycled or natural materials that can be used for collections to sort or for math materials all make contributions that allow parents and teachers to feel a sense of cooperation. Families may have skills or knowledge that can be drawn on as a resource beyond the classroom to support the school or offer other parents. Knowledgeable parents can also be possible resources for parent meetings or workshops. As teachers invite families to participate in classroom learning activities, they need to concentrate on their skills for working with adults. Teachers need to be able to relax and enjoy the contributions of others to their classroom without feeling threatened by any attention transferred from themselves to visiting adults. Teachers should immediately greet parents coming into a classroom and make them feel welcome by introducing them to children and pointing out an area to sit or begin their preparations. When parents come into the classroom frequently, it may be helpful to have specific work cards that indicate which part of the room to be responsible for, suggestions of questions or comments to facilitate learning, cleanup responsibilities, and so on. Teachers should watch parents for signs of discomfort or indications of how much they want teachers to help them out in certain situations. Parents should also be reassured that a teacher will step in if necessary to remind a child of classroom rules so parents will not feel the full burden of guidance is theirs and perhaps react inappropriately because of embarrassment. Parents like feeling that they are making a valuable contribution to a classroom. Many parents will try to find the time for a visit if they feel truly needed and wanted. A note of appreciation from the teacher and children afterwards, pictures of the event displayed on a bulletin board, a mention of the event as a classroom highlight in the next newsletter, all of these convey to the parents that their time was well spent. Now, let's review what we've learned. Parents and children and teachers all benefit when families are involved in classroom activities. Parents gain first-hand experience of the school and of their child's reactions in a classroom, as well as feelings of satisfaction from making a contribution. Children feel special when their parents are involved, feel secure with the tangible evidence of parents and teachers cooperating, realize the value their parents place on education, and gain directly as parental understanding and skills increase. And teachers gain resources to extend learning opportunities, observe parent-child interaction, and feel supported as parents participate and empathize with them. Advantages likely outweigh disadvantages, which include disruption of normal routines, children's distress or unusual behavior, and stress of other persons in the classroom. Families may be involved as casual visitors to participate in classroom activities, meals, or celebrations, observers to extend their knowledge of children's functioning in the classroom, resources to extend and enrich opportunities for the children, and observations may be facilitated by preparing children and parents for their roles and offering an observation guide. Using parents as resources in the classroom will be helped by exploring resources by learning about families, jobs, time, cultural and religious backgrounds and interests, creating parent resource files with relevant information, and teachers will help parents be effective volunteers by helping them become comfortable in the classroom, being specific about classroom tasks, and moving in to take charge when needed. That wraps us up for this episode. You can learn more about this topic by reviewing the resources posted in your course. As always, if you have any questions, please contact me or your instructor. Thanks for joining me, Miss Trott, as we learn all about families in the classroom. See you next time.